weekend, the shutdown took its worst turn yet, as notices began to go out for health insurance premium hikes, and millions of Americans also lost their SNAP or food stamp benefits. It's as heartbreaking as it is infuriating, but there's one American who's taking this harder than anyone else.
The president is desperate for SNAP benefits to flow to the American citizens who desperately rely upon it.
He is a big-hearted president.
Is he? Big-hearted? Loves us? Because again, and maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but he did just recently dump diarrhea on all of us. I don't know if you remember that, yeah. He cares a lot about the American people. Obviously, he does have a diarrhea plane. Maybe that is out of love. I don't know. It feels somewhat dismissive. But of course, I'm only seeing the small portion of the day he spends dumping diarrhea from a plane on the American people. I'm sure that's not the entirety of his efforts on our behalf.
He is so resolutely focused on delivering for the American people. All day, every day, 7 days a week, 20 hours a day.
Did we miss an executive order about how long days are? How far did you guys set your clocks back? But okay, 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, 4 hours for diarrhea plane training. But point taken, Donald Trump is a big-hearted, caring man who works 20 hours a day, 7 days a week to deliver for the American people. So I imagine if I were to randomly turn on the camera at Mar-a-Lago, where Trump was on the very night that the poorest of American people lost their food benefits, we would see images that reflect Trump's concern and dedication. Is that correct? You know what? In fact, let's turn on that camera. Yeah! That's what he was doing this weekend. He wasn't working for the American people. That was just some Hollywood Babylon shit. That once and for all shows that Donald Trump doesn't give a about even looking like he gives a at all. Also, honestly, how uncomfortable is the seating in Mar-a-Lago? On the very night SNAP benefits ended, Trump threw a Great Gatsby-themed ode to decadence and hedonism that even Jeffrey Epstein would have thought was a little over the top. There were dancers, costumes, champagne, a wonderful celebration where the theme was apparently gross income inequality. The slogan of the party, as people were losing their food benefits, was, I shit you not, a little party never killed nobody. Did you even read The Great Gatsby? Spoiler alert, the party killed somebody. Two buddies. How do you not know that? I knew that, and I've only read the Cliff Notes. The Great Gatsby is a cautionary tale, and it's the theme for your... What'd you just think? Oh, it's a great book about a rich guy who bangs married ladies.
I'm TJ, and this is Life Lessons. Can we take it even a step further, if it's at all possible? The thousands of furloughed employees just recently received notification for them to sign a new furlough document. But the difference is in this document, unlike previous times, they have removed the clause for them to get back pay. Yeah. I'm going to say it one more again. Unlike in previous times, when they signed the understanding of being furloughed and what that means, has been a clause in accordance with the law of 2019, I do believe, that indicates once the government is reopened, you will receive your back pay. That clause has been removed. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, are real life Hunger Games. While people are literally struggling, going to work without getting paid, one. And now you're telling them when the government opens up, you're not going to get the back pay while you were actually working. while you have this decadence, this hedonistic display, while they're looking down at everybody else, and wait, there's more. And despite a court order to have the president release the emergency funds for the most needy of people to get the SNAP benefits, the president says, I will not do it until the government opens back up. And let's be clear, this is no longer about Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal. This is no longer about that. This is about pure human decency for the most vulnerable of people. That's what this is about. Because Congress ain't even showing up to work, yet they still getting paid. That's what this is about. This is about pure human decency. This is the Hunger Games almost mixed with, I hate to say it, The Purge. Do you know, even in the, I haven't been able to watch one of those movies all the way through. I can't. I won't. Call it fear, call it whatever. I can't. But I know what it consists of, and I know what it means. And we are watching it play out in real time. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.